What's up, Rupert here, Grounded Permaculture, coming to you from the Numinbah Valley on the Nerang Riverbank, the site of our first bush regen planting. About pretty much exactly a year ago, we planted 4,000 trees here on this riverbank across 6,000 square meters. Now, our approach to bush regen is chem-free, and we're inspired by syntropic principles. So we're not using any poisons to kill any plants to prevent photosynthesis. Our management technique is simply disturbance. We're coming through strategically, periodically, and doing disturbance, right? So what's our disturbance look like? We come through by hand and we pull off any grass around any trees, lay down a little bit of mulch next to them, and then we finish it off with a brush cutter. Now, what we're learning is that if we hit this stuff with the brush cutter, it's coming back really fast. It's a lot of work for us. But what we're going to do is start basically just doing the hand management around the trees and not brush cut every time. It's going to save us time, it's going to save us budget. And the other thing that we're doing when we are brush cutting is we're brush cutting high, right? I'm not cutting right down to the ground, I'm cutting quite high. Now the advantage of that is if there's any seedlings coming up, they're not going to get hit. And I'm also allowing anything that's not part of the placenta 1, the annual species, all of the sort of grass and meadow style weeds that are sort of going to grow and die within a year, they need that regular disturbance to keep going, because what happens is the grass will grow up, it will sort of die off, it will start to oxidize, and it will prevent any sort of photosynthesis happening at that layer of succession. So we keep hitting it, it keeps photosynthesizing, and then as anything like this wild tobacco, you can see right here, as any of that starts to push through, I'm just leaving it. I'm not leaving all of them because I still want my access, but I'm leaving some of them. You can see the devil's fig and wild tobacco, because they're basically going to add to the canopy, right? You can see here behind me, this is what it starts to look like. This is only 1 year, and in this little area, it's quite concentrated, it's doing really well. What's the best performers? We've got the native mulberry, we've got the eucalyptus grandis, we've got the macaranga, we've got the poison peach over there, another really good performer. This little zone here is just a great example of what you can get going on within a year's time, right? We've pretty much got a canopy here. The placenta 1 has done its job, right? We're now moving into, at the ground covers, lots of shade tolerant species, and this will just keep pushing up. You know, we've got another wild tobacco in the back there in the background, and you can see we're already starting to prune trees. You know, I've pruned this native mulberry a little bit just on the lower ground. This Kurrajong, I've also pruned off the lower species. So that's a little insight into our management style for bush regen, syntropically inspired, chem-free, and this is how we're doing it. And I'm excited to see what happens this grow season, right? We got this kind of performance within 1 year, and now within this next year, that's all just going to double in size again. And we're just going to keep working towards getting that canopy. Our goal is to get the canopy up by whatever species possible, and from there, allow it to keep pushing up. All right, that's all from me. If you got some value out of this video, drop a comment, like, subscribe, and let me know how you're going with your bush regen projects. Peace.